While casually scrolling through last year's Putnam Math Competition, I found this innocent looking problem. Now if you have never heard of the Putnam, it's basically the math equivalent of climbing Mount Everest. In 2025, around 40% of the contestants scored a grand total of 0. Not 0 on one problem, 0 on the entire exam. So statistically speaking, you and I are spectacularly underqualified to be solving this problem. Here's the game. Alice and Bob start with a string of all zeros, where every digit can only be 0, 1 or 2. On each turn, you change exactly one digit by +1 or -1, but you are never allowed to revisit a previous position. Alice goes first. So sorry, Alice. Who wins? The official answer says Bob wins every single time by using his winning strategy. And this one is especially brutal. Look, even among the top 500 contestants, most either didn't submit a solution or scored a perfect 0. When our heroes have fallen, it falls on us mere mortals to save Alice, armed with nothing but PowerPoint and false confidence. Let's shrink the game to just 2 digits. Each digit has 3 valid choices, 0, 1 and 2. So for 2 digits, there are exactly 9 possible game states. We can draw this as a 3x3 grid. Every legal move is simply up, down, left or right. Alice always goes first, starting at 0, 0. Suppose she moves to 0, 1. Bob immediately follows his winning rule. Find the first non-zero digit and flip 1 for 2. That's it. This simple. By following this winning rule, watch what happens. Every move Bob makes quietly hurts Alice towards a dead end. She keeps running out of options while Bob somehow always has one last place left. While we were guessing Bob's strategy to be some 500 IQ advanced game theory, he was secretly just playing dominoes. Color the even odd numbers like a chessboard. Every legal move always switches colors, so the game graph is bipartite. He mentally pairs every white square with a neighboring black square, and because the starting square is left unpaired, Alice is the one who eventually runs out of moves. That's how Bob wins. Suppose we change the rules to base 4, so every digit can be 0, 1, 2 or 3. Now the graph becomes a 4x4 grid. Remove the starting square and we are left with 15 positions, an odd number. Bob would love to pair them up with dominoes like before, but now he can't. One square is guaranteed to remain unmatched, and because Alice moves first, she's the one who eventually gets the last move. Yeah, take that, Bob.